how much does a bird dog typically receive if they bring me a great deal? So let me quickly explain what a bird dog is. A bird dog is someone that is going out there and finding and analyzing investment opportunities and then bringing it to me to purchase for a fee. They don't always have the property under contract. They're not necessarily a wholesaler. Like my bird dogs typically are getting deals from wholesalers and they're analyzing them. And then I am paying them if that's a deal that I want to buy. And that dollar amount varies, right? The more work that the bird dog does and the better the deal, the more they get compensated for that. Hopefully that makes sense. And I hate when people say that and don't provide like ask my lawyer or whatever. Like, let me give you some examples, right? I've paid as little as, well, that's not as little. People for underwriting a deal and sending it to me, that's it. Or not even underwriting a deal, just sending me a deal that I ended up buying. I don't do that anymore. Like I want you to put in work and analyze it and say why you think it's a good deal. Don't just send me random deals, right? I'm not going to pay you for that. That's a waste of everyone's time. But I've paid $500, $1,000 for people sending deals that they thought were a good fit, but they didn't really do much else. They said, hey, I know you're buying this market. Do you want to buy this one? Cool. I'll still pay you for that. It's not my ideal way to work with bird dogs because I have so many opportunities coming my way. I can't just sit there and sort through these things. I'm paying you, typically paying my bird dogs a premium for doing the analysis, for bringing me great deals that hit my investment goals. They're in the markets that I want to buy in. They're the strategies that I want to buy in. They're the right properties. They have solid returns. That's what I'm really paying for. And I've paid up to $5,000 to bird dogs for getting deals from a wholesaler, analyzing, and then saying, hey, Michael, your market, here's my analysis. Is this something you want to buy? If so, cool. I will pay you $5,000. One example right now is sometimes you can also get equity in these deals. So that is something my mentor Pace recently pushed out, is called the wedge method. I don't have a term for it, but sometimes a bird dog brings me a great deal. They're not just focused on the immediate money up front. So they'll exchange some money for some equity. So a big thing for me is one deal right now. So this is a deal in Georgia in a secondary market to Atlanta. So great place for me. We have plenty of co-living rentals there. I'm doing another one there. This is a leader of the Atlanta market. And when I'm paying him for that, the Atlanta sub 2 market, I'm paying him $2,500 up front and I'm giving him 5% equity on the deal. So he is actually an owner with me on this deal. He literally owns it. We will manage everything. He brought the deal. I actually helped negotiate the deal, underwrite the deal. This was not under contract yet. It was like kind of tinkering to be under contract, but it wasn't yet. So I helped establish the terms for it. And we're getting a great property that generates 25-ish% cash on cash return. We're going to take technically a 4-bed, 2.5 bath and convert it to a 9-bed, 4-bath. But a lot of it's easy, like adding one door, it's like not formal bedrooms, right? But they will be very easily. So we're taking a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, converting to a 9-bed, 4-bath, 4 full bath. And we're going to generate close to $2,000 a month of cash flow. And that's going to generate 25% cash on cash return because it's a great deal in a market that I love to buy in. I'm not only paying him the bird dog fee, he's coming in, he's wedging himself as an owner in this deal, so that he can also leverage that for when he wants to do more deals and leverage that for education for all the other people that he's helping out. And he's going to leverage that for bird dogs that want to work with him in the future. This is my mentor Pace always says there's 5 benefits to owning real estate: cash flow, property appreciation, right? It goes up in value. The debt is getting paid down by your tenants, the tax benefits. The 5th one is the story. The story is so important as you're looking to scale your investing journey. And that's what this one is above everything else. For me, it's a great story. Now I'm sharing with you guys transparently. I'm not hiding anything, telling you exactly what I paid him, exactly what I'm looking for. So you guys can bring me more of these opportunities so I can buy these deals from you, with you, and potentially even give you equity if that's what you want, or you want more money up front. For him, it's a great story. He's going to own this asset. He's going to be able to leverage this asset for when he wants more co-living deals. He wants bird dogs to bring him deals. He's raising capital on this deal, right? Like we're doing all that, and he's going to learn from the inside track. He's going to learn every part of it and then leverage that for his story as he scales. This is another big one for when I just raised $800,000 to buy $2.2 million of co-living rentals, 25 co-living rentals in Georgia. A lot of the people are getting, as primary partners, they get the benefits: cash flow, debt pay down, property appreciation, and tax benefits. But the story, their ownership is going to allow them to get more deals, to raise more money, and that is a huge benefit in investing. When you're just starting out, it may or may not be the biggest thing for you, but if you're looking to actually scale, having more ownership, being part of projects that are exactly what you want to do. If you want to do co-living, who better to partner with than someone who's successfully doing co-living? If you find great co-living deals, but you're not ready to then close on them, raise the money for them, renovate them, furnish them, all that. We're doing all that. He brought the deal, right? Let me just reiterate that. We got the transaction coordinator. We're doing all the due diligence immediately, had an inspector there. immediately had our contractor there, got the bids for the renovations. We will oversee, my asset manager will oversee the renovations. We will design the property. We will furnish the property. We will list it on PadSplit or rent it by the room separately from PadSplit. This is in a PadSplit market, so we'll utilize PadSplit, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to use my link for PadSplit. Like it's not even a question because you'll connect with Blake Lewis. But so I just dropped that in there. He doesn't have to do any of that. We're doing all that. He gets paid upfront as a bird dog for analyzing the deal and bringing it our way. Even though I had to do more of the analysis at the end and help renegotiate it, that's fine. I'm willing to do that for the right deals with the right people who will then do repeat business as well. And he's going to get paid in ownership of this asset for his own investing goal. Right? So how much does a bird dog typically receive if they bring you a great deal? Typically, I pay between $500 to $5,000 for bird dogs. And sometimes if it's a really great deal, or if they're willing to take less up front but want more equity, I'm willing to give them ownership as well. If it's a phenomenal, incredible, perfect deal and everything's perfect and I have to do no work, you brought it to me under contract, you analyze the whole thing, all I'm doing is saying, yes, I want to buy that, you'll get more, right? The more work you make me do, the less you'll get because that's paying you for the work. It's one thing to send me a deal. I got hundreds and hundreds of deals sent to me every single day, right? It's not unique that you just send me a deal and you forward it to me and say, hey, here you go. Like the more work that you do, the more that you get paid. If you are someone who's trying to bird dog for people, but you're just sending them deals without any of the work, don't be surprised that they're not responding to you or they're not willing to pay you, because what service are you really providing? There is some bare minimum service, right? And that's why I pay the $500 for that typically. But I have to ignore most of those because it's like, why should I buy that? It's not in my market. I don't know if it's a great deal or not. The more work that I do, the less that you get paid. The more work that you do, the more that you get paid, with the potential of hitting that highest tier, right? That 5K, or also getting equity in those deals, depending on what your goals are. Some people need more money up front. Some people want the long-term benefits and the story of ownership and all the ownership benefits, not just the money up front, right? So hopefully that really answers that question. I mean, thinking back at why do I love co-living rentals? How much maintenance and capital expenditures do I set aside for co-living? And how much does a bird dog typically receive if they bring me a great deal? I don't know if anyone else has put out this level of transparency with this information. Real numbers, real examples of what I'm doing. Like this is actually, I'm proud of myself for sharing this stuff with you guys because I really care about helping you guys out on your investing journeys.